L audio on the hood. Hood audio is crazy, bro. Like, when I make videos out here, you gotta get like a fucking soundproof basement fortress or something, cause. And 3, 2, 1. We're live. Ski reactions in the hood. It's live interruptions right now. We're having technical difficulties. But without further ado, she said this about Fresh and Fit. So I'm assuming this chick, already looking at her, she probably does not, you know, like side with the Fresh and Fit ideologies, aka the truth. Looking at her, you know, I'm not being judgmental. She's probably about to say something spicy or in that realm. Pearl's about to do what Pearl does. She's doing a good service out there in the UK. L squeaky cheers.
And say, no, also men need to do this just to create a
Hold on, fam. Hold on, fam. You gotta get it right, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Get my UK accent right, you know what I mean? You gotta get in it, you know what I mean? Get into it. It's probably not what they say. But anyways. Yeah.
And say, no, also men need to do this just to create a rational, balanced dialogue. They turn into the male equivalent of feminists, where they lose all their rationality and become emotional, and they'll start making personal remarks. The exact same thing they accuse women of doing. They go to being personal when they don't have a logical argument.
Does the comment section roast you sometimes?
It doesn't, yeah, but it doesn't bother me that they roast me. They can say whatever they want. But the reality is, it only happens when I don't talk their language, and they display the same emotional dysregulation as the feminists they claim to hate. The feminists that say, I hate men, all men are trash. The red pill men, when you don't speak their language, it displays the exact level of femininity, irrationality.
She's only talking about the men that comment, because I'm pretty sure every man that watches the content or whatever, or in the red pill space, does not leave a comment on everything they watch, or just because somebody says something differently than what they believe. Everybody's not going to voice their opinions, but there's always going to be the I guess you could call them tryhards.
And personal remarks that we are always told that women do.
I mean, I just think it's silly.
Oh, man. We don't make any absolute assumptions. Like, we generalize that most do this. We don't say they all are like this and they all get like this, because truth is that's not the case. Is they're waiting for you to like pretty much like get loud and aggressive and try to use that against you. So a lot of the veterans, a lot of the experienced people, they're used to like maneuvering through landmines and watching out for traps and all of that. It gets messy a lot of the times. So it's like everybody's trying to get you to fall into a clickbait hot clip, quicksand type of thing. But anyways,
To go on the internet and not expect to get bad comments.
No,
so on both sides.
Yeah.
On both sides. So it's like, did you get hate comments? Does that mean the whole red pill movement? I'm the one who knows all of the people that lead the space. I'm the one who's met them. You're basing your experience off of the comment section.
No, I'm basing it off the red pill community that I see. And what I find...
Okay, have you met any of them in person?
see, she's basing it off of what she sees, yet she's speaking in absolute. So, I mean, it's fine to say that, you know, this is what I see. But you should have started with, I'm basing it off of what I see, instead of saying the whole community is absolute as a whole, you know, the entirety. Which is like, yeah, it makes your statement less credible when we see that. When we see the evidence.
Any other than me.
Well, most
And you've
of
come
them
and you came back.
Yeah.
So
No,
it
I
couldn't have been
love
that
this
bad.
platform. I really do love it.
So I'm saying with the red pill men that you're talking about, have you met any?
Yeah, I met red pill men.
Any content creators?
No, content creators. I've been in contact with a few, but online and stuff, but not in person because they're usually American.
Okay, so you haven't even dealt with them, and you're making an assumption about them.
But I can make an assumption based on, like, you haven't dealt with feminists or whales or but you can make an assumption because they come for you, right?
I can.
Yo, they really argue with like nothing, just
Make an assumption based on the ones I've talked to in real life where I was attacked.
But I've never communicated with feminists, but I've had feminists contact my workplace and then try and get me fired. I've had feminists that have come for my parents' phone numbers and address, so I can make an assumption on them even though I haven't met them in real time because I live.
You've never met a feminist?
No,
I'm a feminist, so you met me.
And but I could still make assumptions on the extremities of both red pill and feminism because I experienced both of them in real life. But I've had my job contacted. I've had my boss call me in and say, "This, we've been sent this." I've had feminists repost my videos
that
and
sounds
say
like a crazy person rather than like a person that has
but
an
the
actual idea about
extremities
the world.
on each end are as bad as each other. It's as bad as each other. The red pill men are the male equivalent of feminists when they go to that extreme. Because what happens with both of them is that they forget to incorporate their own experiences and they just...
all right. So she's arguing about the extremist. Okay, I can agree. The extremists on this red pill end, yes, they take it too far to sometimes where it's like, bro, like, you are acting just as like soft damn near as them. Like, you acting just as like bitchy as the gender that you're bitching about, bro. You know, it's a thin line after a certain point. We got to keep our composure at all times.
Have this mindset of hate and anger, and they're not even listening to the argument. They just want to say, you're a woman, or don't ask a woman what a man needs, don't ask a woman about alpha. No. What? Speak rationally. Have a rational discourse.
Well, I mean, the point they're making about don't ask a woman, like, what...
Yeah, it's easy to argue, you know, speak rationally when y'all are so... I mean, reframe. It's easy to say speak rationally when women are, you know, on this high ground, but they fail to realize that they are some of the most irrational, you know, when it comes down to logical arguments. Is you hit a nerve, then it's the ones who are so emotionally sophisticated all of a sudden have hair triggers.
Talking about dating advice?
General, like, you can't ask a woman what an alpha is, can't ask a man what a high value is, well, you can't ask a woman this. What are you talking about? You can ask humans what humans do.
Yeah, I mean, you can ask, but usually they talk about dating advice. Like, don't take dating advice from women. It's like, are you asking the fisherman? That's usually what they're talking about.
But then wouldn't that also apply then don't ask men for men advice because you don't ask the fish, like, wouldn't that be don't ask men for men about advice about men?
Well, see, no, because men have had to listen to what women have to say for years. Women don't have to listen to what men have to say. That's why it's so triggering a lot of times when I say things on this podcast. Like, men know what we want because they've had to listen to us for the last 20, 30 years.
Get him, Pearl.
I'll be honest. Can we define, like, red pill and blue pill? Because I'm just thinking, like, ibuprofen and Viagra.
Yeah, bro, like, to a lot of people outside coming in, this definition of red pill, blue pill gets so blown out of proportion. Typical outsiders looking in, just it all looks the same from the extremist standpoint. Oh, they're all acting crazy about this and they're all acting crazy about that. Looks the same to me. But nah, it's really deeper than that. It's about, you know, for one, acknowledging that, you know, certain things, certain situations in our reality are either for us or against us as people all around. Like feminism is either helping the people or it's not. And Red Pill just talks about what's helpful. First of all, for men, because men are the ones who are going to take control, basically, and do what has to be done even when we don't feel we want to. We do what's necessary. But anyways, the red pill is just really just exploring the world for truth, looking for truth, and relating truth to young men, older men, to everybody, to women. I don't know. We'll cut this. Cut that. What is red pill to me? Red pill to me, is putting men and women on the real game. There's the blue pill, which basically is supposed to be the fake game. This is the game that is designed. It's a facade, basically, and some people understand that they're moving through the facade, and other people don't. You know, they're too close to it to see it. And red pill is basically waking people up outside of Delulu land or delusional world to get outside of that box, to understand that everything in society is kind of designed for, you to be dumb, deaf, and blind. And red pill is just pretty much waking up to get you out of that. And unfortunately, a lot of it gets focused on gender roles and just the relationships between men and women. But it's not unfortunate, because it's unfortunate that it needs to be so much focus on it due to the fact that there's not enough focus on it, on the truth, on what we really need to be hearing instead of what we're being sold. And if you don't know, you're probably going to find out sure enough, soon enough. At some point, you're going to see a lot more of this red pill philosophy.
I have no idea.
I've been lost.
What the definition is? Do you have a definition?
It sounds like people that do you remember menism? It sounds like it's that versus feminism. Is that right?
Is that
No, I mean,
See, it's like, I gotta sneeze, y'all. Excuse me. See, like I said, it gets thrown into this box of just men versus womenism type of thing, and it's like, it's way beyond that, bro. It's literally truth versus lies, to say the least.
pill is a praxeology. It's a study of human behavior. That's what it is.
Okay.
But what is it in real world? Because feminism is equal rights, but really in the real world, feminism is a nightmare.
How are the masses perceiving?
Yeah. How is it in real time?
What do you mean in real time?
So I'm saying,
is this based off the Matrix, Red Pill, Blue Pill?
Yeah. It is.
Sort of. Yeah.
You ain't seen the Matrix.
It's so dead. It's so shit. Everybody loves it.
You haven't seen it. It's like it's a part of that, but this is more so like a part of, like, bro, you haven't seen what people feel is monumental, pivotal to life. This movie, this concept of our life.
I haven't seen The Matrix. Haven't watched Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Nah, yeah, no kids about Game of
But how
Thrones.
does the study of like human behavior correlate to the like this topic? As in, like, how does it apply to dating and advice and all of that?
How does human behavior? Because, bruh, we're designed to be a certain way, and we're trying to fight the creator on our design for what is, it seems to be inevitable, and trying to fight said creator on our design. It seems like there's some defects to that, or so you're gonna experience some side effects that you may not like.
What's the dynamic there?
How does it apply to dating? Well,
Truth?
so like, gosh,
how does truth apply to dating?
But it's just like
how does
women,
truth apply?
So for example, they study women, like, and why women do the things they do. So like, women look for different things at different ages. So like, for example, women. One thing they talk about is a woman's sexual market value. So like, when she's at her highest and what she would look for when she's the most attractive to men. So for example, women in their early 20s tend to look for looks, while women in their late 20s to 30s tend to look for security. And that, so they would say, like, these are the examples. And yeah. So
and then what makes some of them so triggered where they just spew out hate and to any woman that has an opinion?
I don't know any content creators that do that. I can't help the comment section. So I think a lot of people, like, I think the difference
between... I know some content creators, like Fresh and Fit, I would say, Marlon, I would...
She did it, y'all. She did it. She came from boys. What is...
He's very angry when he speaks. Yeah?
No, I don't...
Very angry.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think a lot of girls mistake, or a lot of people in general mistake, for example, Myron's tone to be angry, his aggressive tone to be anger, and they feel like they're being attacked, and it's like, you know, they feel threatened because a man is, you know, speaking very sternly. He's not like really yelling at them, because I hate when people say because a man speaks louder than a woman does naturally that he's yelling. This, you know, that's not even yelling, but come on.
Actually, I mean, if people don't like his tone, and I think women have an issue with his tone, but no, I don't think he hates women by any means.
Does he come across as somebody who has successful relationships with women and can have a marriage and a stable relationship with women?
Yeah, I think he could.
How not? He comes across as, he says he's honest. He has no reason to lie. He has a goal of what he wants out of women. Like, he's pretty forward with that. And there's the rules, that the guidelines to be with said person that they lay down and make clear. If you don't want to abide by this, then we can't work out, and that's, you know, how it typically works out. Just being honest with women, you're gonna fuck up a lot of opportunities, bro, because most of them can't handle the honesty. Plenty of the guys on the line, plenty fish on the hook. You dig? But take it a step further. What the red pill does is it points out that those guys that you have, that these women have on hook or whatever, most of them aren't looking to build something serious. They're looking to take what they can get and move on to the next. But that's another...
I don't think he comes across as...
Yeah, I mean, I would disagree. I mean, I don't think they hate women. No, I don't think that.
No. You don't think he insults the like the women's mindset in general or anything like that? I don't personally look at somebody like
insults versus hate.
Like just how he speaks to women in general.
No, not how he speaks, what he says.
So he might say something like, well, you're 20, once a woman's more than 25, she's got no value, and if you haven't got a ring, you haven't got an opinion. Women can't define high value. Women can't define alpha men. Women don't have can't solve any of men's problems.
Okay.
Women can't provide any value to a high value man.
Let me start with the 20, because you're giving me a bunch. So what was the first one you said? 20 women over 25.
Yeah, they have no value.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's misogynistic.
Magic eraser. It's a game changer, and I'll tell you why. I use my finger.
Ad, bro. Oh my goodness. All right. I mean, 24, 25. I'm not knocking it. Like, realistically, bro, like, in the black community, black don't crack, so, you know, that number is a little higher, but As far as generally speaking,
so every guy is
maybe not, because people really
so your mom has no value.
ain't taking their health too serious these
no
days.
value.
And yeah, I've talked to my mom about this. In the sexual marketplace, nah. Good luck, my
Pay
mom
for
on the
it.
dating scene. You're telling me,
Improve
mom,
it.
like I love you, mom. I love you. He's talking about not personal worth.
Yeah.
It's sexual market value. So I mean, most guys will date a girl for 25 if she looks good. True. So maybe he's pickier. He prefer girls under 25. The point is, women over the age of 25, typically we've had our hearts broken, and men have to deal with that. So it's easier to get with a younger girl who hasn't had trauma. Okay, do you want a girl with more trauma or less trauma, guy? Well, I didn't ask you. Ask the men. More trauma or less trauma?
Less trauma.
More trauma or less trauma?
Less trauma.
More trauma.
Less trauma.
Okay.
Less trauma.
So this is as women, we listen and say, I understand that, instead of trying to argue and tell them what they want.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be offended. Is my mom going to do well on the dating market with 10 kids?
I'm not on a dating market, of course, no. But I genuinely think, no, I didn't mean it in sexual. I meant in general as a value as a person. But I can speak for somebody when I was 21 and then.
And see, they don't understand the difference when we're talking about the dating value versus personal value. It has nothing to do with your personal value as a person. We're talking about in the dating market, most people are in the prime age, and once you pass that prime age, then hey man, you're lower ranked on the market. That's just how it goes. It's like, why do you think produce and stuff gets sold for like discounts? Because it's like, it's aged more, it's gonna expire sooner. So yeah, this bread used to be $7 for the loaf, $8 for the loaf, but now because it's probably got a week left on it before it gets some mold, we're gonna sell it to you for $3, bro. Like, that's the value. And that's not even the value, but we're just being nice.
Going to 25, I genuinely think I did more reflection and became less.
Actually, I mean, never mind. The store ain't trying to be nice, bro. They trying to get you for everything, for real. Like, that bread should literally be probably 50 cents. They should honestly throw it off the rack. They should be giving it away at that point. Instead of trying to pocket, like, bro, they got enough bread. Like, they literally throw it out. So, the world is crazy. Yeah, man. Instead of trying to demand free stuff, that's another video.
Traumatized as I was turned 25. I personally felt like I was so volatile at 21. I was so impulsive at 21. As I became older, I became less of a burden to a man.
But we're not talking about you. We're talking about in general.
Humans.
Yeah,
yeah, we're more emotional and volatile.
I'm saying like in general. We're not talking. Like, he doesn't know your specific story.
Yeah.
So if we're talking to the men, and the men, like Andrew Tate had said something similar. Women over the age of 25.
19. He said.
They're saying no.
19. He said. He gave the age of 19.
And if they're saying we prefer the women younger, like why are we to tell them what they want?
No, I think it should be with a younger woman. I really do think younger is more.
Bro, 19. Like, I ain't even seen him with no 19-year-olds. Like, no cap. Let alone say 19. Like where are you getting this number from? Somebody brings this number up, and he says it like he's reacting to somebody's question. But nobody like really is looking for no 19-year-olds, bro. Like, keep it G. We just looking for that prime age, and we telling women like, yo, like you got your standards up way too high, and you're delusional as fuck if you think people are still checking for you the same way they was checking for you in your prime years versus like 10 years later. Like, oh yeah, I can just buy my my face. I can just buy my torso and bottom half, like get it refreshed. It's like, come on, dude. And like, be real, next to somebody who really put in the work and achieved it like naturally. Oh wait.
Beautiful, and especially when it comes to having kids. But
L comparison. Pearl pretty much just hit it on the spot. Like, bro, like, I didn't think about it like that, but yeah, like, dudes gotta get respected by dudes first. Like, just getting all the love from the ladies. You could do anything to go about that, but if you're not doing something that, you know, the dudes respect, then to hell with whatever you're doing to get the ladies' approval. Like, and you see a lot of dudes, actually, content creators that like play to that narrative, but it's for other reasons. Get your money, people. I ain't even gonna come for you, but.
Well, no, other men, other high-value men have to recognize him as a part of the group. So I mean, we're kind of interchanging high-value and alpha, but when it comes to high-value men, that's what they're talking about. Is there other high-value,
Yeah, high value and alpha is two different things. High value is what's valued highly amongst most people, and alpha is literally like, I walk into the room and it's not, you're not just fearless to be out. Like, you have fear on every level. Like, that doesn't make you less alpha. It's just how you go about it, how you go about that fear. Do you let that fear consume you? Or do you step up to that fear and you fucking put it in its place? You know? Like, alpha is like, bro, like, I hate when people be like, oh, I'm an alpha. Bro, like, say that shit to Mike Tyson. And then let's get back to me. Oh, yeah, Mike Tyson. Oh, bro. Oh, man. All right.
other high-value men have to recognize him as part of the group? And can those value not realize a high-value men? I think most men, when they walk into a room, they can just naturally tell. There's a high walk. It's definitely a high walk. And women can tell as well. We can tell. I feel like.
Nah, that's a cap in it, because, yeah, bro, like, to men, it's like, bro, like, you know a shark when you see one. And then, like, to women, it's like, they don't understand that that's a shark in the water. This motherfucker could be a dolphin posing as a shark. They don't, you know, they're not in the waters with us, for real. They outside the water looking in, oh, look, a fin. It's a shark. I love shark. No, that's not even a dolphin, for real. It's like a lot of them be imposters with fins on them, like, you know. Hey. You know. Hey, Pearl is funny. She would never not let somebody stop her from getting her point off. Shout out to Just PearlyThings, man. Go watch, go follow, subscribe. You know. All right, we out. Peace.